Dear little V, let's have a chat about imperfection, honey. We have got to flip the script on what we've been told about being flawless, polished, and perfect all the time. It's exhausting, and it's no fun. Because here's what I've learned. Imperfection is just the best. And I mean the best. I mean the richness of life, the stuff that doesn't go according to plan. It's where the magic happens, where the best stories come from, where we get to laugh, connect, and truly live. Think about it for a second. Have you ever had a belly laugh, tears in your eyes kind of moment because everything went perfectly? Probably not. The funniest moments, the ones you still talk about years later that make the best stories, are always the ones where something went sideways. What are we being so serious for? Trust me. I tried the serious thing. I tried the perfection to a T with everything that I was and planned and did. And all I was living in was my own quiet misery. I was living in a cage I'd built for myself. It's the awkward stuff, the awkward one-liners, the awkward stares, when you don't quite know what you're doing, when you're okay admitting that. The tripping, the burnt cookies, the family photos where someone's eyes are closed, the mishaps that turn into some of our favorite memories and stories later on. It's the times when life decides to throw you a curveball, and instead of panicking, you go with it. That's where the gold is. You say to yourself, that's life. It's not that serious. You teach yourself to just take life as it comes. And most importantly, you take you as you come. You're able to accept your flaws, your imperfections, and you're able to let others live in their own imperfection as well. That is where the true connection comes from. You are not a robot, my girl. Loosen the grip a bit and remember that it's gonna be okay. You are so flawed and so human, and that's how you're supposed to be. Perfection is so overrated, honey. Not only is it overrated, it keeps you stuck. It keeps you down, miserable. It's one thing to care about self-growth, self-improvement, to constantly want to grow from experiences to better ourselves. It's okay to care about how you show up in the world, your appearance, but that is so different than spending an excess amount of energy trying to curate, polish, and smooth out every moment, every rough edge of ourselves, our lives, thinking that's what makes you beautiful. But the truth is, the beauty is already there, in the quirks, in the unexpected, and that is what people gravitate towards, trust me. So what if that presentation of yours wasn't delivered to the T? Maybe you lightened the mood a bit. Maybe people laughed. Maybe some real connections were made in that room. Think about when you've heard your favorite speaker speak and something doesn't go to plan. They call it out, they laugh at themselves, and somehow that made the moment. The presentation became even better. And so what if that dinner party doesn't go exactly as planned? Do you think any of your guests really care? Those moments are life. They're real, they're raw, and they're what people actually remember. And let me tell you something else. When you're imperfect, when you show up as your quirky, messy, imperfect self, you give everyone else permission to do the same. And they love that. They need it whether they know it or not. When you're not trying to be perfect, you create space for others to exhale, to stop pretending, to just be. That is such a gift. Have you ever noticed how drawn we are to people who own their imperfections, who own their humanness? It's because they make us feel safe. They remind us that, even as adults, it's okay to be a little rough around the edges, to not have it all together. That's where connection lives. And let's be real, imperfection is where some of the best stuff in life happens. But we don't just rob ourselves of joy when we chase perfection. We rob the people around us too. When we're so caught up in making everything just so, we miss the chance to truly connect with people. The power of imperfection is that it's disarming, it's inviting, it's real. And let's not forget this. When we chase perfection, we lose sight of the nectar of life, what actually makes it sweet. Life isn't meant to be a perfectly curated social media presence. It's meant to be messy, colorful, unpredictable, and full of surprises. Now, I'm not suggesting you go looking for imperfection, start tripping over things, or trying too hard. Be yourself. Be authentic. Your authenticity is enough. But when we're so focused on controlling everything, we miss the little moments, the way the sunlight hits the table, the sound of laughter in the household, the quiet joy of being with people we love. We trade the richness of the present for the illusion of control. And baby, it's just not worth it. Take it from me. So here is my invitation to you. Let go of perfect. Let it go. Swap it for laughter, for living. Give yourself air to breathe. The next time you feel yourself getting caught up in the need to make everything just right, pause, take a deep breath and remind yourself, do I want a real life or do I want to live a filtered life? So here is to imperfection. Here's to the quirks, the chaos, the laughter, the mess. Here's to showing up as you are, crooked crown and all, and letting life surprise you. Because honey, that is where the best stuff lives. So cheers to being your imperfect, perfectly human self. Until the next letter, with all my love, V.